welcome to the Nexus. Today we are going to be doing issue 16, or starting issue 16. We're going to be doing stages 59 and 60 today. We're also going to need our warp nacelle. So at this point we should have two parts. 1, 2. And we also are going to be putting some more wires into our saucer section. So we have that here as well. So let's carry on, and we're going to be doing stage 59. Okay, so these are all the pieces that we have, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually put the lights on this bit. So this centre section here will sit, I believe, around here somewhere. Yeah, just there. So that's obviously going to sit there for when this is done. So we're going to get our lights, which are here, and we are putting in. We're actually going to put them in the same way they are on this spur. So we're just going to put them in like this. I'm going to put this down. A lot more easier to put on the underside as well, and they are sloped. They are slightly sloped down, so they sort of go in a certain way. So the sloped piece, when putting in, so if I'm gonna show you this if I can. Okay. So as you can see, it's got like a little slope on it, and the slope section goes towards where the phaser bank will sit, which is just that way. So once they're all in place, we're going to take the reflector that we have just here, and that is going to sit on there. We're going to attach that with AM screws. So there's one, and the other. I don't want to tighten them both up. So that sits. So that should look something like that. Okay, lovely. The next thing we're going to do is we've got the two of the tractor. I think they're these are transport emitters. I'm going to put both of these on if I can unstick them. That's it. There's one. Oh. Bit fiddly to try and peel off. There's one. They're going to go into these little recesses just here. So there's one into that one. And one into that one. So that's like that. Okay, so the next thing after that is we're going to sort the light out on here. So we're going to put all these other bits aside, but we do want to keep this little black clip, so this will help put the light in. And the light, we already have the light, so what we've got to do, actually before we carry on, actually let me put the phaser strip on. So we have the phaser strip just here, that has got to go on just there. We're going to use CP screws to do that. So let me just open this packet. 1, 2, just there. Looks like we're going to be using CP screws for the rest of the build now. For the rest of this section anyway, I should say, because we've got no other screws left to do it for anything else. So we're going to just glue, just screw this up. It's a long day. It's been a long day. Right. So that one in there. So we have the strip now. So this section is actually complete now. So just need to put that aside. Okay, so here we have our extra light. Now remember we had a few of these floating around. We've got one here. There is another one somewhere. If I turn it on, we'll be able to find it. So there's one here as well. That seems to be a spare. So this is the sort of spare one that we have. It's on a blue and red light. So what we've got to do now is sort of split this. I'm going to keep it on because I don't want to. So I've got to pull it like that. We've got to now pass it under all of these frames. So I'm going to use a pair of tweezers to do that, just to grab it, just to help put it through. Okay. So what we want it to be into this open space just here. So this block area just here. I'm going to turn it around so you can see. So this block area just here. Let's zoom up a little bit. We want to pull it through like that. And then what we want to do is we want the red wire going this way under this section. So what I'm going to try and do is it wants to split it open just like that. And then we are going to place this side basically. And then we're going to attach it with one of these and an AM screw. So we do use another screw. So our little clip there, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that now. Okay, so we've done that just there, and we can turn the light on so you can see it. There we go. And now eventually that will sit just there, and as you can see, that lights up perfectly. Very nice. Okay, so we do need our warp nacelle now. We need 2 parts of that, so I'm just going to slide this aside like that. I'm going to bring this over like that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our little light that we have here, little red one, and we're going to push that into the back section here, just like that. Then what we're going to do is we've got to connect the wires now. Like so. Now we can now push this together. So there we go, just like that. Just with a little bit of pushing down there. We need some CP screws, which are over here. So first screw into this section. We want to make sure no wires are snagged. might need to undo this just so I know I've not snagged any wires. So after I've made sure I have snagged no wires, okay, right, so I'm going to seal this up and we'll have a look at it. Okay, so we've done that just like that. Next thing we've got to do is just place this over the top, and it just literally clicks in. So we're just going to click that in like that, and that brings us to the end of issue 59. So we're now going to go on to issue 60. Okay, so here's the content of stage 60. I'm going to actually finish off the warp nacelle first before we carry on and do the rest of this. So we are going to be putting in another panel with some lights, which is with some windows, should I say. So we're back onto those again, which we were doing on the top of the saucer. But obviously we're going to be doing it on the bottom, but not as much as it was. So first thing we're going to do is this. All we've got to do is put the battery cover on. So here's the battery cover. We do need a battery which is not supplied. So you do need a CR 2032, which is one of these batteries just here. And the first thing we're going to do is put it in upside down. Put it in the right way. So I want to see if it actually goes on. Yes, okay, lovely. So we're going to grab that and we're going to put that in there like that, making sure it goes sort of in, and then we're going to push it down like that. We do get a special screw for this one, which is like a silver one, which looks just like that. We're just going to plate that on the top. I'm going to screw it in, and then I can turn it on. And then that's the second piece of our build complete. So we've got the Cobra head, the neck section complete, and this should complete our warp nacelle. Now it's loose. So it goes on when it's upside down, as you can see. And as soon as I turn it up, it goes off. So I'm going to have to investigate what's this. So, okay, so I'm going to have to undo all this and find out what's going on. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so full transparency. I'm going to have to order another battery and switch set. So I think these here are damaged. I don't know why they didn't seem to be snagged or damaged, but it's definitely the on-off switch that is happening. So as you can see, it's flickering on and off. Hang on, let me turn off these lights. So you can see it flickering on and off, and when I touch them, they go off. And if I maneuver them, they will stay on. Obviously, as soon as I close the warp nacelle up, it goes off. And then obviously once the pressure is relieved on this switch, the lights go back on. That's why it works upside down, and that's why it works this way up, like so. But as soon as I turn it up, it goes off. As you can see, all I'm doing is squeezing the back section, which has got to be squeezed to put together. It goes off. I have found that it is this section just here. See what I've tried to put some tape around it, just to secure it down, but I think the actual brake is closer here, as you can see. As soon as I push down on the wire, it works. The problem is when the pressure is pushed down on the warp nacelle anyway, what tends to happen is as you flip it, the pressure relieves and it turns off. So I'm going to have to order one of those pieces. So as soon as it comes, I'll fix it, but you sort of get the gist of this when it goes together, and I'm hoping that it will be fixed in time for when it goes on. But as you can see, it sort of flickers, which is a bit pain. Anyway, we're just going to carry on, and we'll put all this aside. We're going to carry on. We're going to do the windows at the front section just here on our saucer. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, so we're going to crack on with this. This is our another front panel. So I believe this is going down here somewhere. Or up here. Actually, I think it fits in there. Like that. So once again, we've got these windows again, and we've got the panel. So I'm going to go ahead, put all these in where they're supposed to, looking at the magazine, and then this part is going to sit on like that, and we're going to use BP screws just on these two at the start. So that's what I'm going to do now. So we've done our panel there. We've now got the lights. We've got this one and this one. So the first thing we're going to do is put this in. So this goes in to that slot there. Obviously it's just trying to get that into there, into that gap. So I'm going to have to get my tweezers again. Trying to push this down. It's going to be a bit of a tricky one, but right, so like that. I'm going to turn it round, and we now need to thread it through this bit just here. Let's thread it through this bit first, and then obviously up through there, like so. The red one is going to go this side, and this one is going to go this side. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab this bit like this. This one is going to go in here, and the other one in there. So I've got to try and maneuver this bit in here, so like that. That one's in, and that one in. That's it. We're going to now attach BP screws to this to really secure it in. Like that. And then this one onto here. That's what it should look like. Then we've got this one. So this one is going to go into, there should be an empty slot just up there, isn't it? Hang on a second. Let's see. So it slots into here. Oh yeah. Okay, so it slots into here and then feeds through up to through here. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so there's the wire there. Now the first thing we've got to do is we've got to get some, we're going to fit this panel on first. So that's going to sit just there. Just like that. And then this one, with the light just here, is going to sort of sit, so it sits underneath it. And then we're going to secure it down with, I think it's FM screws. Yeah, FM screws. So I need to know where they are. They are there. Okay, so the first thing is I've got to try and get this onto here. It's a snug fit. Now these have got to bend round, I think, like that. Because obviously these are going to go in and that's going to sit like that. So it's all about just getting it right. Making sure that the wires don't get snagged. That's brilliant. What I might do is secure this panel down first. Just with one screw either side. There's one. And the other. Like that. Just hold it for a second. Now I can carefully put this in. I'll try to. Let's bend that round so it sort of hugs it. That might work. Ah yeah. Perfect. And then this over the top. Once again, making sure that we don't snag any wires. Now we can go down and screw the rest in. So we are now getting our first panels onto our saucer section. It just overlaps like that. And there we go. So that's the end of issue 60. All that's left now is to turn the lights on. And we have lights. So as you can see, it lights up really, really nicely. I'm happy with that. Very, very happy with that. Obviously these will light up a lot better once there's not so much light in the room, but I'm happy with that as it is. And I'm glad that we've got our first panel on. Anyway, that's it from us here at the Nexus. Thank you for watching. Make sure you click like, subscribe, and we will see you at the next video. So until then, we'll see you later.